It is back to school time, and whether the kids are going to be going to school or distanced at home, they still need the school supplies. Coming up, we're taking you to Miracles for Kids in Irvine, distributing supplies and essentials to kids who are dealing with life-threatening illnesses. Coming up.
It's going to be an extremely difficult school year no matter where you live, and one group in Orange County is working to make things a bit easier for families in financial need.
Our Bob DeCastro at the Miracle for Kids office in Irvine. Bob, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, this is an organization we just love, Miracles for Kids, which helps out children and their families dealing with life-threatening illnesses. So look at this. They're assembling backpacks because it is back to school time. We know lots of kids are not going back to the school itself, but they still need all of these items. This is Autumn. She is the CEO of Miracles for Kids, the founder. Tell us, what are the kids going to be getting today?
Well, good morning. We're so excited to have you here. Today we're really focused on school supplies. So like you said, it doesn't matter if they're at the kitchen table or if they're at school. These are expensive items and families need help getting them to the kids. So we've got plenty of PPE for keeping them safe. We've got crayons, we've got paper, we've got folders, trying to make sure that no matter where they are, they have everything that they need and that our families don't have to incur the expense to take care of them.
Yeah, and I know these are children and their families dealing life-threatening illnesses, and they already have trouble making ends meet. So what are you seeing out there, especially during this back-to-school time?
You know, it's been very difficult. Over the 300 families that we serve, almost 80% have either lost their jobs or at risk for losing their jobs. So what we've seen is actual panic. Families not able to put food on the table, much less put any supplies together for their kids.
All right, 300 families. Thank you so much, Autumn. 300 families will be getting much-needed supplies. Miraclesforkids.org, by the way, if you'd like to help out in any way. And we'll be out here throughout the morning as some of these families, these kids, receive these back-to-school items. We'll send it back to you.
A few extra items this year as they go back to class, too. Yeah, Bob DeCastro live this morning. Bob, thank you.
Hundreds of backpacks this morning being filled with school supplies and other essential items. This is all for kids dealing with underlying conditions during this pandemic. It is back to school time. We'll take you to Miracles for Kids here in Irvine coming up.
You know, it's going to be an extremely difficult school year no matter where you live, and one group in Orange County is working to make things a bit easier for families in financial need.
Bob DeCastro is at the Miracle for Kids office in Irvine. Bob, good morning.
Good morning, and watching these socially distanced volunteers stuff backpacks, hundreds of them, for children that need them. This is Miracles for Kids, and they're committed to helping families and children who are dealing with life-threatening illnesses. Think about it. These are kids who already have underlying conditions. Many of these kids are already quarantined or have been quarantined from the very beginning, and school is starting, so they will need supplies, whether actually going to school or they're going to be at home. They can't do it alone, so they get help from other organizations like the Santa Ana Elks 794. Lisa is with that organization, and tell us all the things that you gathered for the children that need it.
Well, I'll tell you, this backpack is one of many. They're age appropriate, so basically depending upon the age, we've got the necessities. Definitely need face masks. We have our gloves, we have shoes, pens, pencils, crayons, scissors, all of the items that will be needed when you go back to school.
Yeah. And I know, Lisa, that you and your organization has been doing this for some time throughout the Orange County area.
Yes.
What have you seen out there, especially during this pandemic, as you deliver to these kids and the need that's out there?
You know, what is surprising that so many kids don't have so many of these items, and it's really necessary for them to have them. We are very humbled by the opportunity to be able to do this. This is our second or third year we've done this, and we are very happy to do it. And we are going to partner with them again to do other projects for kids.
It's just crazy that all these kids, thank you, Lisa, don't have some of these just basics, just pens and paper and things like that. So a lot of people pitching in. What you're looking at here are volunteers who are dedicating their own time to make sure that these kids get the school started right. So here's the information that you need to know if you'd like to help out Miracles for Kids. Miraclesforkids.org. This is actually an annual thing that they do every single year, but obviously during the pandemic, it's just a little bit different, socially distanced. But throughout the morning, we'll see they're got the boxes here, so they'll be actually mailing out or delivering these boxes to kids and to families, and also a few families will be coming here this morning in Irvine to pick up the stuff that they have ordered. We'll send it back to you.
Yeah, a little bit different this year, as you pointed out, Bob, but I think in some ways a lot more critical this year as well.
Yeah. I mean, look, these items are things that, you definitely don't expect that kids will have in a back-to-school thing. Hand sanitizers, gloves, and things like that. And these are kids that can't go outside, so they really need this stuff. Pens and paper and things that they can't get on their own, so it's stuff that will be delivered directly to them. Vans, by the way, they're getting free shoes here from Vans.
That's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, you'd go shopping for a new Trapper Keeper. Remember those? now you got...
I love the Trapper Keeper.
Me too. I love those too. Now you've got gloves and hand sanitizer.
Right, and then you bought all the little different inserts that went inside.
Yes. Tony, you have no idea what we're talking about.
None. Of course, that's the price you pay when you go to school in the Stone Age.
I'll explain. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, it is back to school time for hundreds of thousands of kids, including, think about this, kids with underlying conditions, kids who are dealing with life-threatening illnesses. Well, this organization, Miracles for Kids in Irvine, is helping out with this big backpack giveaway. We'll show you what they're doing coming up.
There are so many unknowns about the upcoming school year, made even more difficult for families that are in financial need.
This morning, we're highlighting a group in Orange County trying to help. Bob DeCastro is at the Miracle for Kids office in Irvine. Hi, Bob.
Hi, I know you can attest to this, Aroxia. It's just such a stressful time for so many parents and families. Back to school time. And just imagine if you were a family that was in financial need. These are families that have kids who have life-threatening conditions. They already have underlying conditions in quarantine. So whether you're going to school or you actually have to stay home, you got to think about this stuff. There's where Miracles for Kids comes in, and they have been helping out families with children who have these underlying conditions, cancer and the like, and they can't do it alone. So Miracles for Kids asks for corporate help. Airlink Distribution is one of them, and this is Jennifer to tell us a little bit more about some of the things you're gathering here today. I know behind you have your family, so you turn this whole thing into a family affair.
Absolutely, yes. We got involved with Miracles for Kids a few years back. Really believe in everything they do as a foundation. We got our family involved. Here's my son Sebastian and Dominic, my husband, and we're down here just trying to help out.
What are some of the things that you're putting into these backpacks and you guys have gathered together?
Each of the backpacks comes with, we have a list of items that we're putting in the backpack to deliver to the families and the children, regardless if, they're going back to school right now. This is such an uncertain time, but we're gathering items like markers, and we've got shoes back here that corporations have donated generously. So each backpack gets, a list of items that will be delivered to the families later on this week.
So you've been with Miracles for Kids or helping out for 4 or 5 years. What have you seen there in terms of the need, and especially now during the pandemic?
Well, right now, these, the kids, these are sick kids with families that, don't have the means to really care for the necessities. So during this uncertain time, we're just happy to help, and
Airlink Distribution. Thank you so much, Jennifer. We appreciate that. Lots of volunteers out here this morning. As you see, stuffing these backpacks. More than 300 backpacks will be distributed just today here alone, and obviously they need the help. So there's the website on your screen, miraclesforkids.org. And coming up, we'll have some families that are going to be coming by and getting these much-needed supplies. We'll send it back to you.
What a great cause. All right, Bob, thanks so much.
So many unknowns right now about the upcoming school year, made even more difficult, of course, for families who are struggling financially.
Well, this morning, we're highlighting a group in Orange County trying to help out. Bob DeCastro at the Miracle for Kids office in Irvine. Bob, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, it's such a tough time for so many families, but can you imagine trying to go back to school, whether you're distance or going to school, and dealing with financial difficulties or even the health of your child? Here's the Saldivar family. Hello, good morning to you all. Good morning. Yes, and 4-year-old Delaini here, she is dealing with a condition. She has a brain tumor, right? And this is the oldest sister here that's dealing with. How tough has it been for the family?
Well, right now, we know with everything, especially with everything that's going on right now, it makes it harder. Trying to keep her more active, because the biggest thing that affected her with this whole brain tumor and everything was that her balance. It affected her balance. So before everything with coronavirus started, we were trying to go out as much as we can just to get her getting her strong, her legs strong again, and getting her as much active as she can, to build up that strength again, to be able to for her to walk by herself like she used to.
Yeah.
So right now with everything that's going on, it's kind of gotten in the way of that.
Yeah.
So we just try to, at home, we try to do, play with her as much as we can, try to get.
It's tough because right now with the pandemic, I mean, these are, it's an underlying condition. She has to go for treatments and things like that. So as a family, you're kind of quarantined in place, right? And you rely on organizations like Miracles for Kids to give us all the things that you need?
Yes, exactly. Me and my mom have talked about it. We want to give a huge thanks to everyone in Miracles for Kids, because if it wasn't for them, it would be even harder for us to keep going as a family and with everything that's going on right now. So really thank you so much to everyone here and for Miracle for Kids, because they really have impacted our life significantly.
Yeah.
So we really do want to thank you guys.
We wish the best for you and your family, and for Delaini. Hola. Hi. Miraclesforkids.org is the website in case you want to help, but they're handing out more than 300 of these backpacks with all kinds of different supplies for school and all kinds of essentials for families like the Saldivar family over here. We'll send it back to you guys.
Bob, thanks so much. Making a big difference in people's lives. Love that.